If you were ever faced with a pointing job like this, did you wonder how you could complete it? If you had a random stone wall to build or point like this, did you wonder how you could speed up the job? Some jobs are just over-facing, aren't they? This is what happens if pointing is neglected. Cracks appear, and even facings are blown off. But before new pointing can be started, the old mortar must be removed.
The removal of old mortar has never been easy work. Using a hammer and groove chisel has been the accepted method for many years. But it is slow and exhausting for the operative, and a small job can take up to a day to complete. When pneumatic hammers became more popular, greater areas of mortar could be removed and in quicker time, allowing the operative more time to complete the task and therefore making the job more profitable. However, this method, although quicker, presented more problems. Noise, dust, damage to the brickwork, and inconsistency of clearance depths again slowed the operative down. With the production of more efficient mini grinders fitted with abrasive discs or diamond wheels, the operative again was allowed to move along the workplace more quickly. Dust became a bigger problem, and along with inconsistent clearance depths, forced the operative to slow down. When clearing vertical joints or perps, the operative found that the brickwork was damaged due to the fact that the bricks were being cut into by mistake. Damage to the brickwork, speed of operation, noise and dust control, plus the need to post-clean all the joints, has always proved that if a solution can be found, everyone would be a winner. Let me introduce you to the mortar rake. Using a mini grinder with a power output of at least 750 watts, fit the cutting head, hand tight, onto the spindle of the grinder. The two-piece sole plate and guide fit easily to the collar of the grinder. Cutting depths are determined by adjusting the distance between the two parts of the sole plate. All that's needed now is some power, and most importantly of all, a method of eliminating the dust problem. An industrial-type vacuum cleaner is most suitable. To use the mortar rake, just simply allow the cutter to drill its own pilot hole and move along the joint. Horizontal joints become very easy. Vertical joints are even easier. The guides of the edges of the sole plate allow the operative to guide the mortar rake along the joint. The old mortar joint can now be removed with considerable ease. And the finished product, well...
The secret of this, the Kwikpoint mortar gun, is that it's light, strong and reliable, with its own drill attached, complete with a special waterproof casing. The easily loaded hopper holds up to 1 kilo of mortar, which feeds a vibratory auger, and with the variable speed drill motor allows a controlled application of mortar. The auger drive is a rugged but yet uncomplicated mechanism which ensures a constant bead of mortar at the nozzle of the gun. And the operator can control the flow at all times. The nozzles are interchangeable, and there are 3 nozzles provided. Small, for conventional brickwork, medium for wider joints, and large for random stone walls. Changing the nozzle is simple. Remove the Allen key, slide the nozzle cover off, select the nozzle you require, pop it in, pop in the retaining cap, and then replace the nozzle cover. It's as simple as that, and that's the Kwikpoint gun. Kwikpoint is a pointing system which you can't ignore because it saves time, money, and is simple to operate on a labour-intensive job. The gun produces a constant bead of mortar at the nozzle which is extruded at a rate that is 5 to 8 times faster than a hand boredom trowel. Just watch the real-time clock and see for yourself how long it took to Kwikpoint 5 rows of bricks in this demonstration. The nozzle is turned through 90 degrees to facilitate the easy pointing of the vertical joints. We'll leave him for a short time with the clock running on, while we see in the laboratory what is happening behind the bricks. You can see that the Kwikpoint gun is forcing mortar all the way through the joints, leaving no air gaps or voids behind, and the result is a long life. A convincing demonstration of the effectiveness of the system. And remember that whilst traditional mortars can be used, Kingfisher pre-mixed mortar is an added unique blend of liquid copolymers and fungicidal agents, which make it a product which is totally waterproof, durable and flexible. And what is more, it guarantees uniformity of colour throughout. To return to our Kwikpoint pointing demonstration with the clock still running, we can see now just how quickly the job of pointing 5 rows is being done. It has taken only 4 minutes with very little effort to do all this work. After all the joints are filled, then it's a straightforward job of cutting and finishing the pointing with the minimum amount of effort to produce a totally waterproof, frostproof, durable and flexible finish. It has taken only 4 minutes with very little effort to do all this work. By comparison, the handboard and trowel is a very slow means of pointing, particularly if there's a lot to do, and there usually is. It's hard work and tedious, but nevertheless there's plenty of work for anyone willing and able to do it. But pointing done this way with traditional materials do not stand up to a waterproof test as Kwikpoint does. And if it comes on to rain in the middle of a job, hours of painstaking work can be ruined. Kwikpoint's mortar is waterproof as soon as it's applied, and it also dries to a durable and flexible finish in a very short time, even when it's wet through. Kingfisher's Kwikpoint system, besides the special gun, is the pre-mixed mortar, which is guaranteed uniformity of colour from batch to batch. To this mortar we add Kwikpoint's pointing solution, which is a carefully measured 1 point into 5 parts of clean gauging water, and then of course stirred. An empty and used Kingfisher supply barrel is used here as a mixing tub. The mixing of the mortar is best carried out with a motor-driven double paddle. It's important that the correct consistency of the mortar is achieved. We're now ready to fill the gun. And then away we go, ready to point anything. After use, cleaning the gun is simplicity itself. A couple of scoops of water through it is sufficient to clean it ready for next time. All Kingfisher building products are backed with a technical information and service department. The Technical Development Department work closely with the sales team, who are all experienced people with extensive knowledge and understanding of the building and allied trades, and they're always available to assist customers. In this busy factory, there are offices, stores and manufacturing plants. Chemical building products are packed in distinctively labelled and rugged containers to ensure that their contents arrive in good condition when they are delivered to the customers. All Kingfisher depots carry large backup stocks. The English Lake District is well known for its splendour, and it's here that Kingfisher have their head office and main production factory. There are other distribution points for the company's wide range of building products throughout Great Britain. The company has a fleet of liveried vans which depart every day to deliver a constant stream of quality chemical building products to meet the needs of customers everywhere. An example of the special chemical products made by Kingfisher is Super Seal. This is a highly effective waterproofing product manufactured from bars of pure aluminium, which ends up as a liquid. This is one example of the complex chemical products made by Kingfisher, exclusively manufactured at another high-tech plant within the Kingfisher Group. Just watch this demonstration of Super Seal's effectiveness. The top half of this brick has been treated with Super Seal. After immersion in water, it can clearly be seen that the treated half of the brick has not absorbed any water. Super Seal is used in conjunction with the Kwikpoint system and is also available as a standalone product for general masonry treatment. For a further demonstration of Super Seal's water repellent properties, well, watch this. Rotting and crumbling old mortar drops out of the joints, and then nature goes to work to cause untold damage. But the Kwikpoint system soon takes care of the problem, because it's no longer boring, monotonous work, and is even a pleasant way to accomplish pointing quickly on almost every pointing job. It's certainly far quicker than the traditional hand, board and trowel method, as this test clearly shows. Our white-coated friend finished well in advance of the professional builder doing it the hard way. Jobs like this random stone walling require large amounts of mortar to be forced home into the voids, and the use of Kwikpoint here is without equal. Although large amounts of mortar are needed, there is no wastage at all. And the job, like every other tackled with Kwikpoint, is achieved quickly, and the finish is highly professional. Kwikpoint has no equal when you need to point and seal flagstones. It takes very little time to complete large areas of new or old flagging. For those difficult to reach overhead pointing jobs, Kwikpoint provides a special manually operated gun which gives a clean finish to the job. No matter what kind of pointing you may be asked to do, you can make a far better job of it with Kingfisher's Kwikpoint pointing system and beat the competition with keener quotations than is possible with traditional methods of pointing with the Kwikpoint gun in your hands. Remember, for easy raking out, leaving no voids and no cavities behind, for guaranteed uniformity of colour, for pointing at least 8 times faster than traditional methods, for cleanliness and no waste, and waterproof as soon as it's applied, with a 30-year guarantee, that's the Kwikpoint pointing system. From Kingfisher Chemicals Limited, use the Kwikpoint pointing system.